Bit foggy this morning. Oh man, that figures. I'm surprised how much traffic there is today. It's the day before Thanksgiving. Tire tracks are all still here. Of course, just a minute ago I was looking at my breath and it was so dense that it looked like I was smoking a cigar or something. And of course now, nothing. As soon as I get to the lights. I actually managed to walk out the door this morning without my glasses on. I didn't even notice until I got outside. It's like, why is everything so blurry besides the fog? Yeah, there's this traffic light up there, and you can kind of see it on the camera better than you can in reality. And people keep speeding up to it and slamming on their brakes. People seem to drive faster in the fog on average than they do without the fog. Like it's a lack of visual response as they pass things. Because I'm actually really close to that light, man. Red just doesn't seem to come through on the dodge that damn thing. People just use this as a dumping ground, it seems. Why not? It's not like they take care of it. It must be okay to dump stuff here. Sun's already coming up. You can't tell. Church in the fog. Come on. There we go, green light. Can't see nothing down that way much. Oh, there's somebody. Now you look down this way, you can see all the way to the Beltway because all the cars keep going through, and you look that way and not even to the first row of houses is basically blocked. Green light. Take a little tour. What I'm doing here is wiping drives. Place is a bit of a wreck. So it's November 21st, 2012, and that is the temperature. More than that. I mean, it's supposed to be a lot colder than that. This whole global warming thing is really starting to kick in. So what I have going on at work with those drives sitting there like that, we have a bunch of drives we want to throw out. And one of the things that most companies do when they want to throw out drives is they wipe the drives. In other words, you just overwrite all the data on the drive. We're doing, basically I'm just using the DD command and overwriting every single byte on the drive with nothing. And it would take a forensics team to pull data off those drives. You can do a super secure wipe where you overwrite them several times, but that takes forever. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know who has the ability to pull data off a drive once it's been overwritten. Now those are all spinning drives. By doing 8 drives at a time, basically, I'm going through probably an average of, let's see, I can do 2 sets of 8 per day, plus maybe another set of 4. So that's 16 plus 4, which is 20. So I'm probably doing 20 drives a day. I only had 80 some odd drives to do this round. So we're looking at, you know, just a couple of days worth of letting it run in the background while I get our stuff done. And it seemed like it was going to take a lot longer. Here's something interesting. When they told me I had to wipe these drives to get rid of them, they're out of old computers that we had laying around that we just hadn't gotten rid of yet. What's going on is they just want to get rid of the machines, and the company that bought us out says, hey, we want to get all the stuff we bought. We want to keep track of everything. It ends up in spreadsheets, and you do inventories, blah blah blah. It's normal everyday stuff. Well, somebody said, are the computers running? And I'm like, no, I've wiped the drives, they're not running. And for a while we had this thing going back and forth. I thought for a while that they wanted the computers in a state that I refer to as running, but they were talking about in a state that they were referred to as running, meaning that you hit the power button and something lights up. The power supply actually works. A running computer is one you can sit down and get something done on. Well, if you wipe the drive, that's not going to happen. So I was sweating for about a day, having to install some kind of operating system on these old computers and get them up to the point where they could be, I don't know, handed off to a school or something. I don't know who would use these old crappy computers that we're getting rid of. It was more trouble to get rid of them than just leave them sitting somewhere and not collect dust. So, but man, I'm so glad we got that cleared up, because I was staring down the barrel of having to get all those machines in a running state by my definition, and it was like, oh my God, that's the rest of the year for me. 80 some odd computers from nothing up to running on old drivers, and I'm sitting there looking at Ubuntu. It's like, oh man, no Windows licenses. It's all going to be Ubuntu. Nothing I can do about that. But oh man, just a matter of definitions.